And welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host Peeling Mindset. Welcome. So our guys from the Zoom are jumping into the stream, and we are actually running the stream side by side on YouTube. So pretty cool. Checking the system for the first few minutes. Obviously, we are warming up, checking the system if everything is up and running, and we're going to dive into our charts and see what's happening. Obviously, today is a brand new day, new week, and we're almost about the mark where the monthly candle is coming to a close. So pretty cool here. All right, so it looks like the YouTube is running pretty well, and the guys in the YouTube are coming in as well. The guys in the YouTube are coming in, and my friends in the Zoom, they are coming in as well. So pretty good. And there we go. Dun, ta-da, da-da-da-da. I was just getting my terminal running. Or my terminal is up and running. And on the YouTube, guys are saying hello. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. So we're gonna dive into our charts in the next 10 seconds. Just give me a second. Oh, Jury is saying, hey. Hope all is well with you guys. All is well. Everything is well. I hope the same. Here. All right, let's go into the monthly time frame and start from the monthly time frame in pound yen. All right, so going into the monthly time frame right now, looking at the pound yen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna erase almost about everything. Let's just erase everything here and start a brand new or fresh sort of a chart feed. So let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so looking at the monthly time frame, so the current monthly candle is obviously is still bearish. It has 2 more days left for its close. So pretty interesting how within this week we are about to see this candle close, and this is the monthly candle close, right? So was anticipating a candle flip bullish, so didn't see that, haven't seen that yet. So this monthly candle close is actually going to be interesting. But looking at the monthly candle right now, it seems as if it's actually rejecting the bottom, the monthly support. If this was the monthly support area, price has been rejecting it and does have a longer wick on the downside. We obviously have a clear traffic on the left hand side. So for example, if this is a monthly target on the top side, a clear traffic on the left hand side for the pound yen, we have to see candles flipping bullish, and that way we can definitely attack the cleaner range on the upside. But for now, monthly candle is bearish. Okay, so let's go into the weekly time frame and see what's happening. All right, now looking at the weekly time frame, it's a different sort of a scenario, different sort of an image, because you can definitely see that the most recent price action in pound yen, look at this. Look at the way the price has been moving up. It's just moving up, right? So all these retracement, this sort of breathing is almost sort of like nothing in that big sample size of bullish candles. Few bearish candle is nothing. It's almost sort of like candles breathing. So on a weekly sort of a time frame, my bias will be buys. Just that I would love to see the current weekly candle make some sort of bearish wick before moving up, and that will be actually lovely. Actually lovely. But on the weekly sort of a time frame, my bias is bullish, is heavy bullish. If candles starts breaking this weekly support, then I will start changing my bias. But until then, my bias is still bullish on a weekly sort of a time frame. And the weekly candle is still bullish. We still have 4 more days left in this weekly candle. Now let's go into the daily time frame and see what's happening in the daily, right? So looking at the daily time frame, ooh, all right, this is interesting. This is getting interesting here, because this right here is a previously recognized daily support where the price has actually tapped several times and actually has engaged with it many times, right? So, and the price is still hanging around the same level. Obviously, we had these 2 daily candles closing bearish, almost sort of creating resistance, rejecting the top range. But on a weekly time frame, now when we look into the price action, we have to keep this in the back of the head that, you know what, weekly time frame is still potential bullish. Now, the daily time frame looks like daily candles are ranging side by side. But we have to keep this in our head that, you know what? A long-term bias, a higher time frame bias is way stronger than a smaller time frame. We can obviously scale into scalping sort of opportunity, but we have to keep higher time frame biases in the back of the head. All right, so the daily candle, obviously, as I described, if this gray area was a previously recognized daily support, price is hanging around that area right at this point in time. So, for example, if I have to sort of fix it or sort of arrange it, looking at the recent price action, this could be a daily support that the price needs to break before heading down. On a daily time frame, if this daily candle flips bearish, there is a higher potential that the price can actually achieve the cleaner range on the left-hand side. And after this daily candle starts flipping bearish, there is in about 150 pips of range on the left-hand side. So that is quite good. That is actually good, all right? So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening in the 4-hour. All right, so looking into the 4-hour is clearly ranging side by side. Looks like there wasn't any consistent price action. Price has been ranging side by side. For example, look at this. The Friday's candles, they just range side by side, side by side, side by side. And today's market, so for example, this is the Asian candle. The Asian market was rangy. And one more time, this is the midway through the Asian session, Asian market. Another candle was still rangy, and we got a push on the upside around the London session. But that doesn't seem clear because the direction is not clear. As we looked into the weekly time frame did have some sort of a bullish posture, right? So looking at that, prices making support is kind of logical. So maybe the 4-hour candle right now, retracing all the way down, could be a liquidity grab before it could move up. That could be the case, right? Because as we figured out, you know what? Weekly time frame still has a bullish posture. So what does that tell us? That tells us that, you know what? For a consistent sort of a bias, we have to see higher time frame candles making clear support. So when you look into this gray area is previously known daily support where the price is acting right now. So looking at the current 4-hour candle, do we take sells? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to take a sell when there is a support right here. It doesn't make sense. Somebody else can come in and argue with me, but for me, it doesn't make sense. Rather, I would love to see candles flipping bullish and breaking these resistance level and achieving the clear traffic. That way, my weekly sort of a bias is also valid. So that's something I want to keep in the back of the head right now. And for example, look at this. If price is ranging side by side in between this range, obviously when I figure out a no trade range, I don't take any sort of trade in between that range because I know that the market can play with my money. Market can actually play me out. So I would rather wait for candles to, for example, close above this resistance. That's going to be 154. 380. If prices, for example, let's say a 1-hour candle, a 4-hour candle starts closing above 154, 380, there is a higher chance for my my bias of buys to play out. For sells, obviously, I have to see candles breaking this support, close below, and then maybe we can scale into sells. But until then, just gotta wait a little bit more. Have to wait a little bit more. Now let's go into the 2-hour time frame and see what the market is doing. All right, so when you go to the 2-hour time frame as well, pound yen is ranging side by side. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us it's a regular Monday where the price is ranging side by side? Oh, potentially, why not? So if orders are being gathered in this sort of range, no trade range, we have to figure out that, you know what? Maybe we got to stay away from this range. It doesn't make sense to take a trade. So got to be relaxed. And look at the way how the previous 2-hour candle closed. So the previous 2-hour candle closed bullish with a long liquidity, a potential liquidity wick on the bottom. So does that tell us the prices are going to drive up? If it's driving up, what is this candle doing right now? It doesn't even make sense. If the prices were to move up after making this sort of liquidity wick, what the hell is this candle doing right now? There's no business in that candle dipping inside the range. So it clearly tells us that, you know what, price is ranging side by side and is actually resisting this level, the gray area. So if I have to fix the gray area, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy the range a little bit up. So once price, let's say a 2-hour, 1-hour candle starts closing above this gray area, my bias of buys is going to it's actually going to start playing out, right? So for example, if I have to fix this 154.380 sort of a level, looking at the 2-hour sort of a resistance on the top, maybe this is a potential level right now that I want the price to break, 154.455. If prices starts breaking that level, there is a higher chance that the price could actually achieve this range. So the range is in about 35 pips range on the top. So why not? 100%. We can. But just have to see some sort of volume in the market. I haven't actually looked into the calendar. I obviously didn't plan on the weekend. I was having good times on weekends. So let's look into how today's market is. Okay, preparing. There's nothing high impact sort of event that's happening on the get-go. Nothing high impact. All right, let's look into the market. So for the guys in the YouTube, if you don't know what market session you are in, if you go into the market, you can clearly see that, you know what, you are right now in midway through the London session, and this is the pre-New York. 1.5 hour before or 2 hour before the market open is the pre-market session. So right now you're at the pre-market session, and the New York market's going to open up in the next hour and 12 minutes. So this is pre-New York session. So for sales, clearly have to wait and see candles close below 153.655, and for buys, for early buys, have to wait for candles to close above at least 154.185. So that is my level, and right now price is in a no trade range. For me, it's in a no trade range. Now let's go into the 1 hour time frame and see what's happening. So if you look at the 1 hour time frame, interesting. Price is still ranging side by side. This gray area, this 153.655, has turned out to be a really strong level. And if you look really close into the 1 hour sort of a price action, look at this. So this push on the downside was today's Asian market sort of a push. And this, after this candle closed bearish below this 153.655 level, what happened? After this happened, what happened? The next candle corrected it right away. Just corrected it. So that was a false breakout on the downside. So if price did a false breakout on the downside, where is the price most likely going to go towards? On the upside. So that's what the price did. On the London session, we had a really nice push on the upside. Look at this. Price did a fake out on hourly candle time frame. Price start moving up. Right now, obviously, price is retracing pretty hard, almost sort of like below this previously broken hourly range. So if I have to, for example, let's see if I can actually draw it. So done. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this, and let's do this. Okay, so if you look into this, you can clearly see what I'm talking about. So if this was the previously hourly broken resistance, have to see price maintaining and closing above this gray area for any sort of a bullish idea. And obviously have to see candles close above 154.185. That way we can scale into this 18 pips range until the first target, and maybe all the way up in about 30, in about let's say 24 pips, and above this 154.455 sort of a level. If you look into the hourly time frame now you clearly have to adjust it. All right, look at this. So previously it was 154.455. That was the first corrected level. Now if I have to correct it one more time, look at this. So the new corrected level is going to be 154.520. Clearly. So if prices starts breaking these level, we have a clear buying sort of a bias. But the market can do whatever it likes. You know, obviously we can build bias, we can sort of plan for the trade we're looking for, but at the end of the day, market can do whatever it likes. Market can just range here for another 2 days. So what? So that means you got to stay away from that ranging market, right? Clearly you have to stay away from that ranging market. So look at this. Current hourly candle has a decent top wick, has broken the previous hourly candle's low. So it looks like the candles are printing bearish here. In the next 9 minutes, we're going to see this hourly candle close and also the 2-hour candle close. So it's actually going to be interesting how this 2-hour and 1-hour candle is going to pan out. Is it actually going to make some sort of support? Is it actually going to close bullish, flip bullish, or is it actually going to stay bearish? Now, for sales, look at this. I'm obviously trying to stay away from this range, okay? For me, let's measure the range. So from here to here in about 50 pips range, okay, that's nice. But from the current price, from this gray level, let's see how much of price, how much pips is it? In about 30 pips, okay, which is pretty good, but I'm actually trying to stay away from this range. Look at the way price has performed previously there. Look at the way how price has performed in that area. Do I really want to be part of this? Do I really want to be part of this? Maybe no. So my simple answer is no. Right, maybe I'm going to wait for a better opportunity below this area right here. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. That's going to be a good idea. So below 153,655 is my level for sells. I mean, if somebody else is going to take a sell here, if it works out for you guys, I mean, that's pretty cool. But again, in the back of the head, we have to keep this, that, you know what? Keep this information that, you know what? It's a Monday. And we are almost close to this monthly candles close. So gotta relax a little bit. Gotta relax. No forcing trade on a Monday. Still gotta be a little bit relaxed. So look at this. If you look into the price action from a 30-minute sort of a point of view, look at this. This is the previously formed 30-minute support, and the price right now seems almost as if it's actually rejecting that support. Right, so do you want to be part of this range, man? I don't know. I don't know. If you can work it out, I mean, it's up to you. But I'm gonna wait. I'm definitely going to wait. And on YouTube, so BJ says hello, and Noor says hello. I hope you guys, all of you guys, are doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. And we've recently hit that 374 subscribers, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love that. I absolutely love that. I hope my audio in the Zoom is fine. I hope my audio in the Zoom and the YouTube is okay. Because I haven't done the test today. Just... Whoop. That was something. So yeah, there's nothing happening except for there is a MPC member, Haldane speaking. Okay, Chief Economist Andy Haldane. Interesting. Around 10. So this is around the New York Bank Open time. In my local time, this is what the New York Bank Open time is. So I have to see how market's going to move. Let's see if there was any major high impact sort of event in the last 24 to 48 hours. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. 24 to 48 hours. Anything or Sydney? Oh yeah, obviously our state is in lockdown, so we are in a big lockdown. Big lockdown, rapid lockdown. We declared lockdown in the next 12 hours and everything was locked down. Bang, bang. So pretty crazy, I have to say. Well, let's look at gold and see what happened to gold. Did gold drop down or dropped up because of the news? Nothing. Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this chaos. Prices ranging side by side. If I have to make the charts naked, look at this. Look at the naked charts on a 30-minute time frame. Clearly, price in gold is ranging side by side. Dun dun dun. Look at this. In about 124 pips sort of a range. Ranging. And this is also almost about the close in gold. So gold's monthly time frame. So the monthly candle is coming to a close. Is still maintaining that bearish sort of a posture. Has 2 more days left for its close, just like the other instrument. So yeah, we'll love to see how candles are going to pan out here in gold. But clearly daily is ranging, 4 hour is ranging, 2 hour is ranging, and everything is ranging in gold. Every single thing is rangy. Mr. Gold is rangy. Clearly rangy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stay out of gold here. Let's look at pound AUD. Actually, let's have a look at AUD JPY too. I want to see if the news impacted AUD JPY in any sort of way. I mean, nothing. Nothing happened. They declared lockdown and nothing happened. Maybe the wave is coming in. Not sure. Rangy price action. Because lockdown is not good for economy, as we all know. I mean, let's look at pound AUD. Pound AUD. Yeah, pound AUD. Not very clear. Pound AUD. Mr. Pound AUD is doing nothing here. Dun dun dun. Dun-dun-dun. Are we going to play some music here so that we can actually chill side by side? And all right, so I'm going back to pound JPY and trying to see what's happening. Actually, let's look at pound USD real quick. So pound USD also, pound USD today, daily candle maintaining that bullish posture. If this daily candle flips bearish, there's a high chance price could actually achieve that clear range on the downside on pound AUD, pound USD. So interesting. Oh, look at this. So the current hourly candle is actually rejecting that downside level. So the previously broken hourly resistance at this point in time. Hourly candle has 1 more minute left for its close. So interesting how this hourly candle is going to pan out. If this hourly candle makes some sort of support, goes back here, I mean, that's an early sign for us that, you know what, price can actually continue up. So I have to wait a little bit more and see if we can get some entries. Until then, I'm just hydrating myself, chilling a bit. So with the team and the YouTube community, so having a little bit of drink. Oh, we've hit that 376 subscribers now. Look at that. 376 subscribers. Amazing. 376 subscribers. There we go. All right, now look at this. Look at the way how the previous hourly candle closed. Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks on the downside. The price is clearly rejecting this level. So if prices starts closing above 154, 185, that'll be amazing. All right, so Nigel Z Hando says, "Let's go 1K soon." That'll be interesting. 1K is absolutely going to be interesting. Not sure when it's going to be, but it's going to be interesting. 1K. All right, so the current hourly candle bearish and down pretty hard. I haven't taken any entry, you know. It obviously doesn't make sense for me to take an entry right now. It doesn't. Previous 2-hour candle closed bearish. I mean, proper resistance form over there formed, but yeah. I have to wait. For sales, I have to wait. So look at this. Look at the way how the wicks are forming, right? So from the recent price action from 153, 655, look at the way how the prices are printing. The supports and the rejections are getting higher and higher. Look at this, dun 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 dun. So for example, let's if I erase everything, look at the way how the wicks are rejecting the bottom. The rejections are getting higher and higher. Look at this. Right, so if the rejections are getting higher and higher, it does make sense for the price to sort of make a similar wick like this, reject the bottom price, and start breaking these levels. So we'll see. We will see. Bum bum. I hope the guys in the Zoom room are doing well. I hope the guys are doing well. Wow, look at the way how the previous 30-minute candle rejected it. Look at this. Isn't this interesting? Look at this candle. Look at the previous 30-minute candle. Look at the way how it rejected the bottom and closed bullish with a dodgy body. But that rejection is pretty clear. To be honest, it's pretty clear. Now, all I got to do is I got to wait for the price to break 154, 185. Maybe a 15-minute candle close above this level will be interesting. All right, so Domo on YouTube is saying, lovely 30-minute rejection. That's correct. Domo is correct. Did you guys know that? Domo, I forgot what was the meaning of domo in Japanese. Oh, very. Yep. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, my brother Fick is here. My brother Fick is here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we are still hanging around there. So I haven't taken any entry. Obviously, as I've said, it doesn't make sense right now to take an entry around this level. But if somebody can work it out, you can work it out. But I'm only going to capitalize on the best sides or the best moves. So if the price starts breaking this level, that'll be lovely. Until then, I'm just waiting. Until then, I'm just waiting. How do you say beautiful in Japanese? Beautiful in Japanese. Kirei-na. Kirei-na. That's right. Now I'm going to say Kirena. If the price moves according to our plan, Kirena. Is that how you say it? Kirena. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds about it. All right, so Tariq says, had a winning trade in London session, watching price action right now. Beautiful. Kirena. From now, if you know what Kirena means, I want to say Kirena. That's good. That's good. You know, obviously, New York is one of the best volume times. So yeah, pretty cool to note down price action, experience it with the first-hand experience. You know, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. Jur says GA looks better for buys too. Oh, let me have a look. GA. Mr. GA. Yep, that's correct. On an hourly time frame, buys above this level does make sense. You know, the clear traffic on the left hand side is appealing. To be honest, it's actually appealing. So we will see. We will see what we can do. But for now, focusing on pound yen. So that will be lovely. All right, so Domo in the YouTube says, I'm actually Italian. Irish Domo is short for Dominic. Oh, sorry. Sorry, man. Sorry, man, if I assume that you were Japanese. But we know now, that Domo is Italian. Mr. Italian. All right, so the current 30-minute candle is also flipping bullish here at this point in time, and it has a decent wick on the bottom. Looks like prices in pound yen are going to continue up here. More than likely, prices are going to continue up. Interesting. At this point in time, very interesting. So I'm obviously looking to scale into buys above 154, 185, according to the 30-minute time frame. But man, looks like it's actually going to move up. It's actually going to move up. Yeah, looks like it's actually going to move up here. Ooh, it's actually moving up nice and slow. Nice and slow, to be honest. Moving up nice and slow. Whoop, and looks like it's moving up. Moving up. Moving up. Yep. Let's see. Bum, bum, bum. All right, on YouTube, Domo says, I have a buy stop above the London high, 0.230. Yeah, that could be a valid idea. Just have to see how a candle closes above 154, 185. That way we can build a confident sort of a bias, and that way a confident setup can eventually play out. So just gotta wait. We actually have a Dominic here in our Zoom as well. We actually have a Dominic in our Zoom as well. Looks like prices in pound yen moving up nice and slow. I mean, I haven't taken any early entry, but it looks like prices are moving up here. Moving up here, and this is obviously pre-New York, so there is a higher chance price can push up. There's a higher chance with a lot of volume. I mean, obviously it's Monday, you know, we don't have to force trades on Monday, so I haven't taken any early trades. So just gotta wait a little bit more. Wait a little bit more. Yep, prices are pushing up nice and slow. Nice and slow. Pretty cool. Yep. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. How do you say ugly in Japanese? How do you say ugly in Japanese? Minikui. Minikui. Is it going to be minikui or is it going to be kirera? Let's see. One or the other. One or the other. Dun dun dun. Yeah, prices in pound yen moving up nice and slow. The bias of buys getting stronger and stronger by the clock here. It looks like we're gonna get some upside move here. So let's see what's gonna happen. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so the 15-minute candle out of the hourly candle is going to close in the next 1 minute, and it looks like the price is pushing up pretty hard. Want to see a 15-minute candle close above 154, 185 at least. That way, my bias is going to be way stronger, and I can definitely capitalize on this clear move on the upside. Let's see what's going to happen. And again, at the same time, I'm happy with whatever the market gives, right? So I'm already preparing myself. So let's see what's gonna happen. Is it gonna be Minikui or is it gonna be Korean? It's gonna be a Japanese language lesson here. What's happening with my tongue here? When it's colder, man, my tongue slips. Isn't that funny? Lesson. Beep, beep, beep. Alrighty. All right, so the previous 15-minute candle closed with a dodgy body. Let's look at 30-minute candle, still bullish. Have to wait for a 30-minute, a 15-minute candle at least to close above this level to start with. Until then, we just wait in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up my alert here. Once price starts hitting this level, I will be alerted, and that'll be good. That will be good. Four-hour candle is still bearish. Let's see what's going to happen. Dun, dun, dun. It's pretty cold out here. Getting really cold. Getting really, really cold. Yeah, it looks like a really slow market today. Monday, obviously. Really, really slow market. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's draw our magical channel here. Let's see what's happening with the channel. Is price interacting with the channel by any sort of way? Let's see. Magical channel. All right, Z Anonymous says, hey, hope you're well. I am all good. I am all good. I am all good, all good. Yeah, we are still waiting. We are still waiting and waiting. Yuppie. Bum, 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 bum. And we are still waiting to see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. It's actually interesting how the 30-minute candle is acting near this previously broken 30-minute hourly resistance, right? So if this gray area was something to keep in mind, look at the way how the candles are printed, right? So for example, we successfully broke above this resistance, closed above. This was the candle after a long time that started closing down and actually successfully closed down below that previously broken resistance. But look at this, the next candle actually corrected it. So that was no longer successful. So look at this, how many times did price actually try to break below that level? Many times. So look at this, 1, 2, another time, price tried another time, 3, another time, 4, another time. So tried it several times. Price tried several times to break below and close below and is not successful yet. So if the price is not successful enough to close below, maybe it's going to push up, right? It makes sense. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. We haven't seen that volume in pre-New York yet. So obviously it's logical to wait for the volume because it's Monday. So maybe it's not going to be a heavy volume induced sort of a market day to day. So maybe we relax a little bit. Nigel Gihando says, do you think it will feel that wick? I mean, which wick, on the top or the bottom? Which wick are you talking about? If you're talking about the top wick, that could be the case. That could be the case. I mean, it can as well. It can actually feel the wick on the downside too. But I'm looking to see prices breaking these levels. So depends, you know. You cannot just stick with one simple idea saying candles are going to feel the wick. It doesn't help you. You have to know your market direction. You have to know the direction of your market, of your instrument in the market, and you have to know things around today's market. For example, we are here trying to trade today, so we have to know different characteristics of today's market. We obviously know it's a Monday, so maybe that's one of the things you note down, you know. So you note down it's a Monday, and on Monday, Tuesdays, usually the market tries and set up for the rest of the week. Obviously, there isn't any major news event today, so we can take it easy, and we can see prices moving normally, right? So if there's actually enough volume in Monday, we will see it in a consistent direction. So just gotta wait a little bit more. You cannot just stick with the simple idea, oh, is it going to feel the wick? I mean, which wick, right? In which direction? What is the bias? What are you looking at? Are you looking at the break of the support or break of the resistance? I mean, if the price has to move up, look at this. Look at the price in this sort of way, right? For example, if price has to move up, it's making all these platforms making support, rejecting the price on the bottom level. So if it's actually moving up, there's a higher chance the wick's going to be filled, isn't it? If the price is going to move in a consistent direction, it's actually going to fill the wick anyways. It's just going to be another path or a pavement that the price has paved for the next candle to walk through. Dun, 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 dun. If that's actually going to happen. So wicks will definitely get filled in any direction. And we're still waiting here, waiting and waiting. All right, so the 30-minute candle in pound yen is going to close in the next 2 minutes. It's actually interesting to see how this 30-minute candle is going to close. I mean, the price right now in a 30-minute is ranging side by side. There could be a chance that we may even correct the London pump. So the London market pushed the price up. We may even get a correction of that. So that could be the case too. But I haven't taken any sort of trades yet. Have to wait a little bit more. I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. Okay, so the previous 30-minute candle closed bearish and price is clearly ranging side by side. So, gotta wait. An hourly candle is bearish, but it hasn't broken the previous hourly candle's low. So what does that tell us? Does that tell us the price is still having a hard time breaking down? Maybe, yeah, maybe that could be the case. So if this hourly candle could actually respect the previous hourly candle's wick, low wick, eventually, and make some sort of support here, that could support my bias for buys. But until then, I'm still waiting. All right, Yusa Emir says, "You waiting to wait? Are you waiting for a close above 154, 185, or considering impulse entry?" For now, I can't really tell if I'm taking an impulse entry, but look at the market situation in this sort of way, right? It's obviously Monday, and I know that the volume on Mondays are pretty slow. It's not as heavy as it could be. So if there is no volume, for me, impulsive entry is an invalid idea. So if there's a lot of volume in the market and I know what's happening around, I may take an impulse entry. But telling right now that, you know what, I will take an impulse entry doesn't make sense. So gotta wait a little bit more. Gotta wait a little bit more to see if NY Open or potentially NYSE is actually going to move the market in some sort of direction. So still waiting. I haven't taken any sort of entry. Market looks like it's pushing down right now. So the current hourly candle has 27 more minutes left for its close. If it's actually pushing down, it is what it is. I mean, it also makes sense to push down, but I'm only willing to capitalize on buys for now. Let's see. Yeah, 2-hour candle looks good to push down. 2-hour candle, to be honest. That could be the case. 2-hour candle may push down. Have to wait and see. Have to wait and see. All right, so Smashing Labu on YouTube says, I think it will go down. I mean, yeah, that could be the case. As I said, you know, it can actually move down too. It can actually move down too. But I'm not gonna take an entry or a sell right now, because look at the way how the price has moved, right? So have to wait a little bit more. If I'm gonna miss out on this trade on sells, I'm okay about it. I have to set rules for myself. I cannot just take any other trade. I have to stick to my bias. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to trade. All right, so Nick here says, low, got slipped 2.5 pips on my sell stop. Oh, okay. Somebody's taking a sell stop. Brilliant. So if you could actually send a chart, that'd be lovely. That will be lovely. I'll share the ideas to the YouTube guys here. Maybe it's going to help them. Bam bam. Bam ba dum ba dum. Bam ba dum ba dum. Bam ba dum ba dum. Yeah, looks like it can actually push down. So for now, look at this. So the previous 15-minute candle closed. 15-minute candle successfully closes bearish below this gray area, as we talked before. That would be a good sign for the price to continue down. But until then, you know, for me, price is just ranging side by side. So it's not a good idea to trade in our range. So obviously, if anybody has worked this trade out for sales, it's a good idea to secure. You know, obviously, it's a good idea to secure. So just waiting. I am just waiting. Yeah, Tariq is correct. Tariq is saying GJ is ranging. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear. As Tariq said, GJ is ranging. 100% it's ranging. And it's going back to that hardcore range. So not only this, for example, let me draw it out. So not only this, All right, so not only this is a hardcore range, but this is another range that the price was before from Friday. So price was ranging, you know, so have to be a little bit careful around that level. Until now, the market has been, yep, that's what the market has been. That's what the market has been until now. It's actually interesting to see how this channel sort of analogy works sometimes, and prices do seem as if it's actually moving in relation to channel, right? So it's actually interesting. Let's just draw our magical channel here and see if price is moving anywhere, uh, anywhere, anywhere in relation to the channel. And it's an interesting price action too. So let's see what's going to happen. For now, the price is very close to this bottom bit of the channel. If in relation to the channel, obviously, what I can tell you guys is if price starts rejecting this channel heavily, there's a higher chance price can move up. So just got to see price respecting this gray area, which has amazingly turned out to be the lower bit of the channel. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if that is actually going to act here. Interesting enough, on the 5-minute, we have actually tapped that gray area and still hanging around that level. For example, if price starts breaking this channel and starts breaking the previous 5-minute candle's low, there is a higher chance price can continue down. But until then, for me, I'm just waiting and waiting. And interestingly, it's actually rejecting the channel for now. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to break the channel on the downside, or are we actually going to move up? And this channel was drawn obviously in reference to 15 minutes 15 minutes recent price action. So we will see. All right, for now the 15-minute candle rejecting the bottom bit of the channel, and we are in about 21 minutes away from the market open. In about 20 minutes, I will say. In about 20 minutes away from the market open, looks like the price in pound yen, it's rejecting the channel, rejecting the gray area at this point in time. Let's see what's going to happen. in about 20 minutes away from the market open. And the hourly candle has also the same 19, 20 minutes left for its close. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to maintain a bearish posture in hourly sort of a time frame structure? Or are we going to flip bullish and make some sort of support here? I mean, I'm really interested to see. Really interested to see. And the 15-minute time frame is 15-minute candle is rejecting the bottom bit of the channel, clearly rejecting that level. Clearly rejecting that level. Current 5-minute candle still in that range. Prices ranging side by side. Looks like our magical channel is working here. Looks like our magical channel is coming into play. Interesting enough. 18 more minutes left for this hourly candle to close, and looks like the market is slowly moving to its consistent direction here. Look at this. All right, so Palin says we are not trading gold today. I mean, there's obviously no we. Palin, you got to fix the grammar over there, you know, but I am not trading gold today because gold seems very rangy. So I'm staying out of gold. So focusing on pound yen at this point in time. Looks like the magical channel is working somehow. Magical channel working somehow. And rejected the bottom bit of the channel right now, and price is moving up pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Let's see how this 30-minute candle is going to close. Oh, sorry, 15-minute. Let's see how this 15-minute candle is going to close. Oh, wow. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Ooh, whoa, whoa. All right, so the current 15-minute candle closing in the next 15 seconds. Pretty cool. Rejecting that level. Oop, and almost flipping bullish. And interestingly, so the previous 15-minute candle closed dodgy with the dodgy body, but still rejecting the bottom bit of the range. 5-minute clearly engaged with the channel. Look at this. Look at the way how the candles reacted with the channel. 1, 2, 3, and again one more time engaging with the channel. So maybe there is bullish volume coming in the market. Let's see. Let's see. 30-minute candle flipping bullish, and hourly candle still hanging around there. Looks like hourly candle is slowly flipping bullish here. Let's see in the next 13 minutes what's going to happen. We will see market open. So let's see. Yep, prices in pound yen moving up nice and slow here. Prices in pound yen moving up nice and slow. Wow. Looks like gold is falling slowly. Slowly, but yep, it's looks like gold is falling but really slow. Yep, looks like market is pushing in our direction nice and slow. 11 minutes left. 11 minutes left, and the 30-minute candle pushing pretty hard. Pretty hard. Rejecting this bottom bottom price. And let's see. All right, so Tech Jairus says how to build enough confidence to execute a trade. So depends. For example, first thing, so it depends where you're standing, right? So for example, if you are a trader who has lost a lot of money in the market and is now afraid to execute because you are maybe afraid because you think that you're going to lose more money, right? That could be a valid stand, or another stand could be where you're just a beginner trader and want to learn exactly how you can actually only take profitable trades, right? That could be the case too. So how do you actually build confidence is, now, if you're on the stand A or the first stand where you think that you're over trading and over losing, you have to lower down your lot size and only execute on your confident setup. So you have to define what is your confident setup. Are you going to wait for a support to form in an uptrend? Maybe. So only execute when you see that. And only execute in your pair. Don't fucking trade 20 pairs out there in the market. It doesn't make sense. So you have to define rules for yourself. But if you are a beginner trader who only wants to take that profitable trade, I mean, it's not fully logical because your experience in the market and your upbringing of the skill is only going to happen once you take that loser, once you experience the wins and loss of the market. So again, For both of the stands, you have to lower down your lot size to a very minimum lot size just to experience and see the proof of the market, or the proof of your process. Don't fucking take a 10 lot trade tomorrow because you just had that money. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. All right, look at this. So the 15-minute candle is flipping bullish. This is pretty good. So the market is moving consistent in our direction, nice and slow. Current 30-minute candle is flipping bullish. So this is how you build confidence, right? So for a trade, for example, because I know, and I traded with experienced traders side by side, it was amazing to build confidence because I could actually see their thought process. They would explain whatever they were thinking. Right? So you have to actually find yourself a teacher, or maybe a person who trades consistent and explains all of the thought process, right? So that way you slowly maybe copy the thought processes, and you modify it in a way that it helps you. So you have to, sorry about that, you have to build your own process. You have to build your own rules to be confident in a trade. So that's how you can execute. So again, on the part of the execution, man, nobody's going to help you. If, for example, if you want to exercise and you want to learn how to exercise, man, you have to exercise. You have to pick those dumbbells. You have to just start moving around. So similar, you have to lower down the weight. So your dumbbells not going to be 20 kilo. Maybe it's going to be 1 kilo or 2 kilo. Doesn't really matter, because you want to learn the technique and you want to get the proof of that exercise or movement, right? So you want to lower the weights of the dumbbell. That is going to be your lot size, and bring it to the minimum lot size you can do, right? So bring it to the most minimum lot size and execute. Just execute, bang. And don't take any funny setups. Just define the setup for yourself. For example, right now, I haven't taken any setup. Trust me, I haven't taken any setup. I'm waiting for my buys above 154, 185. And when it happens, I'm definitely going to execute. But until then, I'm just waiting. So that's how you can actually build your confidence in execution of a trade. If that helped you, amazing. Just keep a note of that. Maybe if you really need the answer again, maybe if you really need the same sort of a thought process that I gave to you, just note it down somewhere. You have to start building traits of a winner. I've actually recently posted a post on my Instagram talking about what champs do and what some of the actors do, right? So if you go into my Instagram, you will see exactly what I was talking about. And my Instagram is Peeling Mindset. Just go into it. Ooh, Kevin's in the house. Mr. Kevin's in the house. Mr. Kevin is in the house. Mr. Kevin, why don't you hop in the Zoom? He is hanging around in the YouTube. Just come in the Zoom, man. Come in the Zoom. All right, so the hourly candle has 5 more minutes left for its close. If this hourly candle turns out to be support, that'll be amazing. That will be amazing. So for now, still waiting. Looks like the magical channel is coming into play, and the prices are pushing up. Prices are moving up nice and slow. Nice and slow. All right, so the hourly candle is slowly coming alive. It's slowly flipping bullish. So eventually, if this 4-hour candle flips bullish, look at this. So you will see what I'm talking about. If eventually, if this 4-hour candle flips bullish with all this liquidity wick on the bottom, man, this candle's moving up. 100%, this candle's going to move up. If there is a bullish move coming in, the liquidity grab from the bottom does make sense. Aha. Ooh, Mr. Kevin is in buys already. That's interesting. Nick here in the Zoom says, look at the 30-minute liquidity grab. Or let's have a look at that. Oh, yep. Yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case, but I'm only going to execute above my comfort level. So let's see what's going to happen. Kevin has sent a chart. Mr. Kevin has sent a chart. Let's have a look at it. He's talking about pound yen. Pound yen, he took an entry here. Ooh, nice entry, man. You made it work. Yep. Yep. I think it's going to push up. I think it's going to push up. Kevin, it makes sense. Definitely. My bias is buys too. But that's a nice entry, man. That's actually a nice entry, huh? We actually talked about it. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so the hourly candle is coming to a close in the next 2 minutes, and that's going to be the New York market open as well. So if the market open is going to push the prices up, maybe this is a good idea for me to start building an executing idea about impulse or a pending. Now it makes sense for me. If the prices are going to push up with enough volume, it makes sense for me to place a pending order above these line, above 154, 185. But I have to see. I still have to see if this hourly candle closes bullish. That way, only I can place pending around this area. So I will see what's going to happen. Until then, I'm just relaxed. Until then, I am relaxed. Tariq says it may reject because of not much range on GJ to buy now. I mean, yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. I mean, New York market can actually drive the prices in pound yen all the way down before moving up. That could be the case too. But for now, we are waiting to see if this hourly candle flips bullish and it closes bullish. So it looks like it's actually maintaining that bullish posture. And the hourly candle is closing in the next 14 seconds. Yep, hourly candle closed bullish with a liquidity wick on the bottom. There is a high chance for the price to move up. So this is the market open. So what I want to see is if this hourly candle makes a low wick before heading up, that'll be lovely. That will be lovely. But I'm still waiting for a 15-minute candle to close above this 154, 185 level. If prices start closing above this level, that'll be a lovely chance for me to take a buy. Until then, I'm still waiting because I can see the smaller time frame micro price action around this level is actually suggesting some bullish pressure. So for a bullish pressure, for a bullish move to be valid, the prices can drive down with New York Open. Obviously, this is New York Open, and we do see a lot of retracement, a lot of liquidity grab around market open. So if the prices do something like this, da 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 da, later, I mean, I'm fine with that. So still waiting a little bit more. Let's see what's going to happen. 30-minute looks nice. Looks pretty good. To be honest, pretty good. Pretty good. Hourly candle has made that support. 30-minute candle is bullish. Let's see. Yeah, looks like price in pound yen pushing up nice and slow here at this point in time. So we are 2 minutes in the market open. It makes sense for the price to push up. It actually makes sense for the price to push up, to be honest. Really makes sense. Let's see what's going to happen around this hourly sort of a resistance right here. Whoop, and we are pushing up nice and slow. Let's see. We are 2 minutes in the market open right now. 2 minutes. I'm thinking about an impulse entry above 154, 185. If there's enough volume in the market, we can drive prices up. So we'll see. We'll see if that is the case. Let's see. Hourly candle heading up. So the previous hourly candle closed bullish with a proper support, proper liquidity grab wick on the bottom. So let's see. It's actually getting closer to my pending. Getting really close to my pending. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we actually going to break this high? Looks like it. Looks like it. Let's see. Yep, pushing up nice and slow. Let's see. Hourly candle bullishing up very close to that resistance. If price has to move up with a lot of volume, then only my pending around this level makes sense. If the candles taps my pending level and it starts retracing, it doesn't make sense anymore. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. So my pending is above 154, 185 level for now. Still waiting. My pending hasn't got activated. Still waiting. Still waiting and waiting. Yeah, but looks like it's gonna push up, man. The chances of pound yen pushing up is higher than it's the price is pushing down. So let's see what's gonna happen. 4-hour candle finally flipping bullish. Look at this. So the current 4-hour candle also looks juicy to flip bullish. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is there enough volume in the market? Okay, so the current hourly candle hanging around that area. My pending is still around this level. Still around that level. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. All right, so the price is moving up nice and slow here. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Let's see. Let's see if there's enough volume in the price in pound yen to push even higher. Higher above 150 for 185 and even breaking the top of the channel. For now, I am not in any sort of entry. Still waiting. You know, if it doesn't make sense, I can actually remove my pending anytime. You know, anytime. Ba 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 ba. And still waiting and waiting. So the current hourly candle is actually rejecting the top for now. Looks like it's actually rejecting the top. Maybe the hourly candle, if I have to make the candles naked one more time, look at this. Look at this. Look at the way how the previous hourly candle made a support, but the liquidity wick on the bottom is pretty long, right? So what I've seen over time is the next following candle also does very similar. So this brother candle follows its previous brother. This candle can actually make a similar sort of longer wick on the bottom before moving up. That could be the case too. I've seen that happen several times. So if this hourly candle is actually going to dip down a little bit deeper before moving up, it makes sense. I haven't taken any position yet, but it makes sense for the price to dip down before moving up. If it's actually going to do that, it still makes sense. My bias hasn't changed yet. My bias is still buys. And I'm waiting for price to break this 154, 185 level, and then we will have some good time. How do you say good in Japanese? How do you say good? Good in Japanese. Yoi. Oh, in karate, we say yoi. And somebody says os. Good. Do we have a male voice? Do we have a male voice? How do we change this voice into male voice? Does somebody know? How do you actually change? Dun, dun, dun. in male Google Voice. Can you translate voice to male? Go to setting, under the icon, voice data. You can say if you want male or female. Okay. Okay, let me do it. Let me do this. All right, so the current hourly candle is actually still breathing. You know, the candle is still hanging around that area. Obviously, as I said earlier on, so the current hourly candle has a higher chance of grabbing liquidity before moving up. So we are 13 minutes in the New York session already. So maybe the volume is actually going to show up around the NYSE, which is in about an hour and 15 minutes away from now. Okay, so the hour and 15 minutes away from now, and actually there was some sort of conference happening about Halden talking about something. Did Halden move any of the market, or what happened? All right, so okay, he's talking about lifting the COVID curves. Okay, that's nice for UK's economy. So COVID-19 hospitalization death remains low even as cases rises. So that's something nice. Hopefully pound yen can push up. Let's see. Current hourly candle is still bullish. My pending is still around that level. Let's see what's going to happen. Anticipating volume, we are in about 14 minutes in the market. I've actually talked about my position pending around here. Hasn't activated yet. Price is very close to my level right now. It's actually pretty close at this point in time. It's actually pretty close. So the previous 15-minute candle closed bullish with healthy bullish posture, healthy bullish signs. So there is higher chances for the price to push up than anything at this point in time. So let's see what's going to happen. So the current hourly candle is still bullish. We are 16 minutes in the market already. Haven't seen any significant amount of volume yet. Still waiting, man. Still waiting. Waiting is the part of the game right now. Oh my god, my abs hurt, man. Really hurts bad. All right, so the prices in pound yen are still hanging around below 154, 185 level. If this hourly, a 4-hour candle could flip bullish, that could be a nice sign. But until then, still waiting and waiting. 42 minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. Wanted Opus on YouTube says, do you hate gold? No, man. I love gold. What do you mean? What do you mean I hate gold? Most of my profits are from gold. Sometimes gold moves consistent. I trade gold. Sometimes it doesn't move consistent. I stay out of the market. So you have to choose in what sort of days do you actually want to attack the market and what sort of days you want to stay out of the market. You have to be clear, man. You have to be clear. The fact that you are trying to force a trade in a rangy sort of a market tells me that you haven't back tested your pair fully. All right, so Wanted Opus says, oh, my bad. I thought you didn't trade at gold GJ ranging. Yeah, I mean, I trade gold. I trade pound yen and some of the pound instruments like pound USD, pound AUD. But for now, focusing on pound yen because this buy does make sense above 154, 185. So that's it. That's about it. That's about it. All right, so the current 15-minute candle is trying to make that lower wick before it could actually push up. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Want to see at least a 15-minute candle close above this level. And if there's enough volume, my trade could be valid. So if there's no volume, there's no trade, as we know already. If there's no volume, there is no trade. Hourly candle still maintaining that bullish posture. Looks like we're gonna get that push here. We're gonna get that push, and we're gonna get that break of this high as well. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yep, Wanted Opus. It does. It does. All right, let's see. All right, 15-minute candle. Okay, so I still have my pending around that level above 154, 185. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to get that push up in this clear range? Or what's going to happen? What's going to happen? All right, 15-minute looks all clear to push up. It has this it has this decent wick on the bottom, and it kind of makes sense to push up. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. 30-minute still making sense. Let's see. As long as price stays above 154, 185, the prices could continue up. Let's see. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, right? So for example, my position only has a smaller number of pips as a stop loss because this is a pending order and it's a Monday. If my trade is gonna work with volume, it's okay. If it's actually going to hit my my pending, and if it starts going against me, the only idea is maybe cutting down losses once I am 6 to 7 pips in drawdown. So if I'm uncomfortable, I will close the whole position. You know, that's just the way how it is. If I'm uncomfortable, I'm out of the trade. That's all. But for now, I'm not in any sort of position yet. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Because I only need that quick 10 to 12 pips. If my position gets activated, and if the price starts going against me, obviously I'm going to close if I feel uncomfortable. So let's see what's going to happen. For now, it's actually looking good. Just want to see some sort of volume in the market. If there's no volume, prices starts ranging. So don't want to be a part of a ranging sort of a market. We'll rather want to be a part of that explosive market where the prices move in one of the direction, really consistent. So let's see what's going to happen. 30-minute candle is going to close in the next 7 minutes. Let's see exactly what's going to happen. Yep. We are 24 minutes in the market already. Let's see what's going to happen. 24 minutes in the market. And I really need to go to the toilet. So I'm going to be back in a second. And I am back again. And I am back again. price is pushing up nice and slow. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 4 minutes. The 4-hour candle is finally coming alive. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Interesting. It's actually interesting how this 4-hour candle is panning out to be. If there's enough volume in the market, if this 4-hour candle flips bullish, and my pending is almost activated here, almost activated. Let's see. Almost activated. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Have to see a 15-minute, have to see a 30-minute candle close above. So the 30-minute candle is coming to a close in the next 2 minutes. If the candle could close above, that'll be lovely. That will be lovely. My pending is still there, hasn't activated yet. Have to wait a little bit more. If this 4-hour candle, finally, if this 4-hour candle, watch this. The way how this 4-hour candle is moving, right? So if this 4-hour candle flips bullish, and if the next candle could actually push above, if this 4-hour candle doesn't push above, that'll be lovely too. That will be lovely too. Let's see. So the next 4-hour candle could actually do the current 4-hour candle's final job. That will be to push up. If it's actually pushing up, that could be the case too. So the current 30-minute candle is coming to a close, and it's actually very close to this 154, 185 level. Want to see a close above. 1 minute left. My pending hasn't activated yet. Oh, and I'm in. I'm in right now. I am in right now. Let's see. In about 12 pips of stop loss. In about 12 pips of stop loss. Let's see what's going to happen. And I am in. I can show you guys my terminal here. Look at this. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. That is my terminal right there. So for now, I am in it. All right, so as long as price stays above 154, 185, it is fine. It can actually push up, right? So this is what I'm going to do. If the 15-minute candle goes anywhere closer to the previous 15-minute candle's low, I'm going to close at least 50% right there. So that is going to be my risk management right there. If this current 15-minute candle goes anywhere closer to the open price of the previous 15-minute candle, and finally anywhere closer to the previous 15-minute candle's low, that's going to be the point where I'm going to close at least 50%. But until then, I'm actually still good. I'm good. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see, let's see, let's see. For now, the price is moving up nice and slow. Waited for this setup the whole New York session. And this setup only happened after 30 minutes of the market open. So this is finally moving in about 3 pips in, in about 2 pips in profit. Let's see what's going to happen. I don't want to see candles moving back in this range because I am anticipating a volume. If there's no volume, the trade is invalid. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. In about 12 pips to stop loss. Let's see. Are we going to get that 154 today? 154, 400. Are we going to get that 154, 400? It's obviously Monday, but let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. The 4-hour candle has finally come alive. Look at the way how the 4-hour candle is looking right now. It's finally alive. So if this 4-hour candle could actually close bullish, the next 4-hour candle could do this 4-hour candle's job finally. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Hourly candle looking so nice. So the current hourly candle has broken the previous hourly candle resistance at this point in time. It does make sense for the price to push up than anything else. I would love to see an hourly candle close above this resistance as a bullish candle. That way the bias is still stronger. Okay, so keeping my eyes open for risk management at this point in time. Let's see. So an impulsive trade taken 30 minutes after the market opened. And right now, the trade is still breathing. It's actually still breathing. Let's see what's going to happen. So my trade management comes side by side, looking at the 15-minute time frame. Looking at the 15-minute time frame. So let's see what's going to happen. Is it going to be a risk management day for me, or is it actually going to be a nice, profitable day? Let's see what's going to happen. Either of the two ways, I'm okay about it. I'm actually okay about it. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. Interesting. Looks like the original push or the stronger push is only going to happen around the NYSE. If that is the case, the candle could actually breathe in some negative pips here. And oh yep. Palin, that's correct. There is a friend in YouTube whose name is Palin, and my obvious YouTube channel name is Peeling Mindset. So Palin and Peeling. That's correct. That is correct. All right, let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen. Because I don't want to hold the trade for too long. At the same time, I want my results to be consistent and explosive or quick. So we will see. So Wanted Opus says, what do we call you? You can call me Peeling Mindset. You can call me AK. So AK could be a nickname too, because my full name is Anuj. So Anuj Karki. So you can call me AK, Mr. AK, Mr. AK, or whatever you guys like. Whatever you guys like. So, all right. So, looking at the previous 5-minute candle, rejected the top, close with a dodgy body. I want to see candle close above 154, 185. If any of the candles starts now at this point in time, looking at the 5-minute, if any of the candles starts closing below 154, 185, that is not a good sign, because my bias could be correct. But it can play out later, right? So I'm still in the trade. I'm just trying to see if I'm going to be holding the trade for long, which I don't like, right? So if the market is moving slow, I may even close down the position early. So let's see what's going to happen in the next 7 minutes. If it's actually going to push consistent in my direction or what. Yep, Tech Jaras is correct. That is correct. That is correcto. For now, the 15-minute candle is rejecting the top. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Tech Jairus says, where are you from? I'm from Nepal, originally from Nepal, right now from Australia. So I am in Australia at this point in time, but I was born and raised in Nepal. Born and raised in Nepal, man. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so Wanted Opus says, how often do you risk 3%? I mean, well, it depends. You know, I can't really tell you exactly how much I risk, right? It all depends. Because I know risk management, I mean, it's okay. All right, for now, look at this. For now, looking at the 15-minute candle, it's actually retracing down pretty hard. It's below 154, 185. So if this 15-minute candle close, it actually goes anywhere closer to the previous 15-minute candles low around this level, I'm going to close 50% right there. And my hands are ready on the trigger already. So that's what I'm going to do. If the prices go anywhere closer to the previous 15-minute candles low, that's going to be my risk management right there. But until then, I'm still here in the trade. So let's see what's going to happen. Tech Jarash says, oh, do you Nepali? Oh my God. Yep. Yep. I am Nepalese. Nepalezo. The Austro-Nepalezo. All right, now looking at the 15-minute candle, it has 5 more minutes left for its close, and it's actually retracing down pretty hard. So look at this. My risk management, it actually makes sense because candles try to break above 154, 185, and the impulse entry, obviously the bias could be right, as I said, but this is the first 15-minute candle that actually closed above 154, 185. So do I really want to expect the price to push up? I do, but what if the price starts breaking this low? Do I still expect my whole position to run? Man, if I do that, there's a higher chance I'll be, my stop loss could be hit, and I don't want that. If I'm going to lose in the market, I want to lose less than what I anticipated. So what I'm going to do is once price starts going anywhere closer to this level, I'm going to close at least 50% right there. So that is my risk management. Let's see. Our Palin says Nepal. So Nepal is a different country. So coming towards the end of the month, how was your trading? How has your trading month been? Pretty good. actually pretty solid, profitable, pretty profitable. I did my withdrawal, and I need to withdraw the full account because I'm actually trying to transfer my funds to a brokerage called Dominion account. So that'll be amazing. That will be amazing, all right? So for now, look at this. Nepal is a different country, is a whole new different country. India is different. It's a lot more different. It's a lot more different. And I am from Kathmandu, the capital, Kathmandu. There you go. And our country's flag is the most unique flag out there. So it's like this. This is the flag, man. This is the flag with the sun and the moon. Oh, this is the sun, this is the moon. Sun and the moon. Tech Jairus is from Pokhara. Oh, you sure? Are you from Pokhara? Interesting. It's pretty cool out here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so for now, the position is actually breathing. So the 15-minute candle is coming to a close, has 2 more minutes left. 2 more minutes left for its close. If this 15-minute candle closes below 154, 185, that could be an early sign for me to actually close half of my position. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. So the 4-hour candle is also coming to a close in the next 16 minutes. And obviously, as I said, if this 4-hour candle is not going to push up, the next 4-hour candle could do the final job of pushing up. So we will see. We will see exactly what's going to happen. Secure 10 pips on GA. Wow, that's nice. Palin, that's pretty good. All right, so GA has pushed up pretty well. Looking at GJ, it's actually retracing pretty bad, to be honest. Hourly candle still makes sense for the price to push up. The hourly candle still makes sense for the price to move up, but the hourly candle is also retracing pretty hard. Let's see what's going to happen in the next few minutes. 15-minute candle is coming to a close, and it's very close to the low. All right, so this is the point where I'm trying to decide if I have to close half of my position. Let's see what's going to happen. And this is where I close half, right here. Right here. Yep. This is where I close half. So half of the position is still running. If I lose in the market, I'm only going to lose less than what I anticipated. Obviously, it's a Monday trade, you know. So I haven't seen a lot of volume in the market. So if the market was to push up, there was no business doing this, all of this. All right, so look at this. So the 15-minute candle close with no wick on the bottom. My half of the position is still there. Some of my friends have secured some pips in a GA trade, so pretty good. Now, this is what I'm going to do, right? So if the market is going to push this current 15-minute candle lower, breaking the previous 15-minute candle's low, which there is no low. So if this current 15-minute candle reverses bearish, I'm going to close the whole position there, because that way I only lose a little bit in the market. I don't lose full of my risk appetite the same day. So that risk is something I can apply the next day, or even in an opportunity that's going to be around, in the next opportunity that's going to be around the NYSE volume. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. 30-minute candle, still bearish. Let's see if this 30-minute candle could flip bullish. And then I'll think if I can actually add the rest of the position back. But until then, I am comfortable with half of the position. Let's see what's going to happen. So closed half around 6 pips. Closed half around 6 pips. Let's see what's going to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's see what's going to happen. If this 4-hour candle flips bullish or what's going to happen. We will see. We will see. But the bias hasn't changed yet. The bias hasn't changed yet. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, so in the next 45 minutes, we are going to get the NYSE open, the New York Stock Exchange. So maybe that's going to push the market somewhere. So we will see. We will see. All right, so Jairus says, hey, peeling mindset. I have been trading for 8 months and still not consistent. Any suggestion for me? So, I mean, I can't really speak for your 8 months because I don't know. What did you do in your 8 months? Was it proper journaling? Was it proper risk management practice? What was it? What did you do? Right? I exactly don't know. So, I mean, the best thing I can say is for your consistent, if you really want to be consistent in the market, just show up every day. Don't miss any day. Be consistent. Just like any other business, just like any other project. You can obviously treat this like a hobby to start with, just to take it easy. But watch this. If you really want to be successful, and if there's a chance, you can be successful just by being consistent, showing up in front of the markets, not like a hobby, but like a real business, then why not, right? So why not? So if you have shown up in front of the markets for the last 8 months, keep on doing it. Keep on doing it, and the best thing will be consistent. Consistent in a way that, you know what, you want to experience the market with your first-hand experience. Consistent for the next 8 months. And journal. So you gotta journal, man. You have to bring out more details about what's happening with your trading journey. More details. I cannot just give you any suggestion. I have to see where you're standing at this point in time. I do. Tater Tots says a funky music here. Oh, that's correct. We got all sort of music here. All right, sometimes break even. Yeah, so break even phase is actually important. It's actually important. So don't mess up your break even phase. All right, so Nikesh is in the house. Ooh, Nikesh. Mr. Nikesh is in the house. So he says, what session have you been trading for the past 8 months and what days? Oh, there are some of the suggestions coming out of the YouTube fam here. People are saying small losses, big winners will get you out of the drawdown. I mean, yeah, that's the case. And that happens only when you start securing, that happens only when you're not greedy in the market, and that happens only when you start applying the best risk management. Let's see what's going to happen. Nikesh is saying, cut down the losses short instead of depending on the winners. That's my thinking. That's actually correct. That's one of the methods that I apply. You know, I was actually I was stuck in this break-even sort of a phase for a long time. Long time. And I only realized that, you know what? If I start losing less than what I anticipated, my winners are obviously going to be there. You know, my winners are going to be consistent. So my winners were consistent in a way that, you know what, if I win certain amount of money, certain amount of pips every time. I always won 8 to 12 pips, 8 to 10 pips, and sometimes 10 to 20 pips, sometimes 10 to 25 pips. But my losses were also consistent. So I was breaking even every time, breaking even. So what do I do now? So I thought, you know what? If I want to get out of this break-even sort of a phase, I have to somehow cut my losses short, like Nikesh said. And that is a good idea. If you cut down your losses short, your winners are going to look big, man. If you want your nose to look smaller, you got to have a big, you got to somehow build a beard or something, or a mustache. If you have a bigger mustache, maybe your nose is going to look smaller. So you got to kind of hide that nose, man. So let's see. All right, so for now, the pound yen still hanging around that 154, 185 level, and my half of the position is still there. I've lost half around 6 pips. So let's see what's going to happen. I closed the position when I was in about 6 pips in drawdown, the half of the position. If it's actually going to hit me, hit my stop loss, I mean, I'm definitely okay about it, because that's the attitude you have to show in front of the market, right? So that's the attitude you have to bring in your trading experience every day. So for now, look at this. If this current 15-minute candle flips bearish, I'm going to close the whole position right there. I don't care at that point in time. If this current 15-minute candle flips bearish, I'm going to close the whole position right there, and I don't care, because I've held this trade for a long time, in about 24 minutes already, and I haven't seen any volume in the market. Obviously, the bias may be correct, and maybe the NYSE is going to move it later. But do I actually want to risk all of my risk appetite right now? Maybe no. Oh, look at this. This is the point where I'm going to close the whole position right here. Just close. Right here. Just close. This is the position where I close the whole position, right here. Dun, dun, dun. So there you go. Risk management. Minus 7 pips in GJ. Risk management. There you go. New York Open. There you go. See, so at the beginning, my original intended stop loss was 12 pips. And I managed to close my position with only 7 pips in drawdown, in about 7 pips in drawdown. So it's pretty cool. To be honest, it's pretty cool. Rather than rather than having a bigger loss, this is how I apply my risk management to cut down the position shorter. So beautiful. Actually, beautiful trade for me here. Pretty good. I think the early was a bit early. Oh, yeah, that's correct. Nikesh is correct. That's correct. All right, so Opus says 1 to 2 trades a day, patience, high quality sets up, smaller losses, big wins, and same experience can get you profitable. That's correct. That is correct. Baby. All right, so the 2-hour candle is still bullish, has 3 more minutes left for its close. So let's see how this 2-hour candle is going to close. If this 2-hour candle could close bullish, I mean, there's still chances for the price to move up as we talked about. You know, so the 4-hour candle is still rejecting the bottom level. If the current 4-hour candle doesn't flip bullish, there's a higher chance the next 4-hour candle could actually drive up and do the job that the current 4-hour candle is trying to do. So maybe I'm going to keep an eye open around NYSE for any possible entries. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Just give me a second, guys. I'll be back. Just give me a second. And we are back again. We are back again. So look at the way how the candles are printing here. So the 15-minute candle finally rejecting the top. So thank God I actually cut down my position short. My loss is short. This is the only reason why you have to cut down your losses short. If I had left my position run fully, man, I would be losing more. Look at this. The way it's moving, right? So it's actually logical to cut down losses short. On the long run, you will still be profitable. So it's actually pretty okay for now. Just have to see how the NYSE is actually going to drive the prices up here or down. Obviously, the previous 4-hour candle closed bearish with a long liquidity wick on the bottom, potential liquidity wick on the bottom. So if the prices in pound yen are willing to push up, this current 4-hour candle making its low wick does make sense. So the NYSE is going to happen in the next 30 minutes. So it's actually interesting to see how the market's going to push up. So the bias hasn't changed yet. The bias hasn't changed yet. There isn't enough volume in the market. There isn't enough volume in the market. Let's see. So the previous 1-hour candle also rejected the top, and there is a wick on the top. Maybe that's a healthy wick for the candles to fill. That could be a healthy retracement. As long as this candle respects the previous hourly candle's low, there is a higher chance the price could actually push up. Let's see what's going to happen. Interesting. All right, so look at the way how the hourly candle is forming here. It has made a low wick and is actually respecting the previous hourly candle's low. Does that tell us there's a higher chance for the price to move up? Maybe. Maybe. So let's see what's going to happen. I want to see price action above 154, 185. That's going to make much more sense. But if you look into the 2-hour time frame, and if you look into the recent price action, look at this. Dun, 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 dun. This could actually make sense. As long as this current hourly candle respects the previous, as long as this 2-hour candle respects the previous 2-hour low and respects this support, there is a chance price can move up. So let's see what's going to happen. Alrighty, let's see what's going to happen. In about 26 minutes away from the NYSE. How is the NYSE volume going to drive the prices here? Let's see what's going to happen. Are the prices going to drive up with volume? Because from pre-New York to New York, we haven't seen enough volume in pound yen. And let's see what's going to happen. Is NYSE finally going to move the market somewhere? Let's see, let's see, let's see. The bias of buys hasn't changed yet. It hasn't changed yet. Yep, on an hourly time frame, it actually makes sense for the price to move up. It does make sense. The way the prices have been printing, look at the way how the wicks are acting around. Look at this. Every week is higher, 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 making a support, a valid support. Previous hourly candle closed bullish. 4-hour candle has a decent liquidity wick on the bottom. So I'm still looking to take a position above 154, 185. Let's see what's going to happen. if the NYSE volume in the next 24 minutes, if it's actually going to drive the prices up, I might take an entry, or I might even call it a day, because I've already taken my first loss of 7 pips, which was a risk management. So we will see what's going to happen. I will see exactly what's going to happen. So the hourly candle and the 2-hour candle looks way consistent than anything else. So look at this. Hourly candle tells you the story. I mean, 30-minute candle is not looking the best. But hourly candle, 2-hour candle tells you the story. Definitely tells you the story. If the NYSE volume is going to drive the price up, above 154, 185. Finally, I'm definitely going to take a position right there. Let's see. In the next 23 minutes. Yep, price is pushing up nice and slow here. Oh man, we have hit the 376 subscribers on YouTube. Beautiful. Beauty. So we are getting the numbers up. We are getting that numbers up nice and slow. Nice and slow, nice and slow. All right, so the hourly candle is finally moving bullish here, and we are in about 21 minutes away from the NYSE. Let's see. All right, so the previous 2-hour candle that retraced and showed a healthy wick on the top may have been only a sign for the next candle to fill through and move bullish. So now it does make sense. It does make sense. The bias of buys hasn't changed yet. It hasn't changed yet. So let's see if we can finally capitalize on it. Or is it just going to be another risk management day where I call it a day? Because obviously I'm going to be here for the next 20 minutes, and in the next 20 minutes I will be calling it a day, because I can't let the market dictate how long I'm going to be in front of the market, right? If I'm happy with the market's performance, I mean, yeah, pretty cool. But if I'm not happy, I gotta be able to say that, you know what, I'm going to call it a day. So we will see. We will see what's going to happen. All right, Kevin says 500 soon. Congrats, bro. Amazing. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Mr. Kev. All right, so the hourly candle is looking consistent, and I think NYSE is going to push it up here. NYSE's prices are going to push the pound yen up even higher. Looks like it. Brillianto. Yep, we are pushing up nice and slow here. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can actually capitalize off of my bias of 154, 185. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. The market is moving up nice and slow, and the two-hour candles are looking way consistent. Look at this, man. Look at this. Anybody can read this. Anybody can literally read this. Looking at the recent price action, dun, dun, dun. So, kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. In about 17 minutes away from the market open. 17 minutes away from the NYSE market open. And my original bias, original position coming alive again. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Interesting. So I'm thinking about an impulse entry with volume above this wick. So let's see what's going to happen. Is that going to be real, or is that just going to be another idea today? Let's see. I mean, I usually don't take a second impulse. So let's see what's going to happen. If a 15-minute candle could eventually, again, close above 154, 185, that is a good sign. But let's see. I'm thinking about an impulse on the break of this high. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. I just need volume on my side. If there's no volume, there is definitely no trade. So I have to see volume move the prices in pound yen. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, so the previous 15-minute candle again closed above 154, 185, and we are 15 minutes away from the market open. Now this makes sense. So look at this. So the current 15-minute candle, so this 15-minute candle dipping down, trying to make its lower wick before it moves up, does make sense. If this candle finally flips bullish and starts breaking this high, I may take a position right there. But I have to feel comfortable. Let's see what's going to happen. If this current 15-minute candle flips bullish, there is a higher chance we have an upside move coming with NYSE volume. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so the 15-minute candle has made a decent wick at this point in time, a decent wick. So if my impulse is going to be on the break of this high, my stop loss is going to be in about 10 pips below the current 15-minute candle. So definitely anticipating some volume in the market. If there is no volume, I may even get stopped out after the market actually taps my price. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. So an impulse entry on the break of that high. And my stop loss in about 10 pips back in the range. Anticipating NYSE volume. If that trade is not going to work out, I'm going to call it a day, and obviously show up to the market the next day. Until then, I'm not going to over risk and over trade. So that's another idea beginner traders have to keep in mind. So the current 15-minute candle still has 12 more minutes left for its close. And we are almost about 12 minutes away from the NYSE. I'm a simple man. So the current 15-minute candle, if this candle flips bullish, on the break of this high, I may take a position. So my original position, I'm just gonna chuck that out here. Let's see what's gonna happen. In about 10 pips stop loss, anticipating the price to push up, give me in about 10 pips, obviously, so let's see what's gonna happen. $11 minutes left. It's away from the market. And still waiting. Still waiting. 4 more minutes left for this NYSE. So maybe that's gonna induce some sort of volume in the market. I'm actually interested to see how the market's going to respond here. How the NYSE is actually going to engage with pound yen's price here. Are the prices in pound yen going to drive down as a liquidity grab, as a premium price grab for the NYSE market, or is it actually going to push up even furthermore? So what is exactly going to happen here? Interesting to see. All right, so the previous hourly candle closed bullish, current hourly candle bearishing down at this point of time. So interesting. Looks like NYSE is actually driving the price even lower here. Looks like it. Let's see. So the 15-minute candle hasn't broken the previous 15-minute candle's low. There is still chances that the 15-minute candle could flip bullish. Let's see what's going to happen. 2 more minutes. Yep, so the previous 30-minute candle has successfully broken the previous 30-minute candle's low. So if you can actually move down, man, the bias of buys will be invalid. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. In about 1 minute away from the NYSE. 1 minute. And this is the NYSE right now. This is the NYSE right now. That's it. Well, let's see. Oh. Are prices moving with volume? Is there any sort of volume in the market, or what's happening? So the previous 30-minute candle closed bearish with a very long rejection wick on the top. So, yep, I think price is just ranging side by side. On an hourly time frame, price is ranging side by side. There isn't much happening. So from New York session to from pre-New York to New York open to NYSE, nothing much happened in pound yen today. Looks like today was a setup sort of a day for the rest of the week. And obviously we are coming close to this monthly candles close too. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. And prices are moving slow. Looks like pound yen is also exhausting at this point of time. That's why the candles are exhausting with the long wicks on the top and the bottom. It's quite interesting. Hourly candle is coming to a close in the next 28 minutes. Yep. So the bias of buys, I mean, yeah, the prices did move up a little bit, but the buys didn't turn out to be a profitable ones. So the price was exhausting more than anything else. So this is something something to be noted, obviously, that when there's no volume, there's no trade. So there was no volume in the market, and the trade turned out to be an invalid trade. I'm not going to go into sales right now, but yeah, man, this was this was it. This was it for today. 7 pips risk management. Just give me a second. So 7 pips of risk management. That was it. That was it for today. That was the highlight. That's it. I mean, I'm going to be here for the next 1 minute and I'll be done after that. I will definitely call it a day, but man, whoever is looking to take a trade, make sure you only take a quality trade. And you make sure that you don't get wicked by the market, because the markets are not inducing any volume in pound instruments at this point of time. So do you really want to be part of that? Maybe no. But yeah, man, looks like pound AUD was the trade. I think Jur got the trade. Jur did got the trade. Did get the trade. So interesting. Interesting. Pound AUD did move up so well. Pound AUD did move up so well. Yeah. It's actually interesting. Beautiful. Beautiful. So Palin on YouTube says she got potential 300 pips, 30 pips. Okay, that's pretty cool. 30 pips in gold. That's pretty